Now you saying healthy?
Because it's very difficult to lose weight. You don't have to make them feel bad about it, doctor.
Because the leading cause of death in black women is heart disease.
But people don't want to hear that all the time, especially in the bowling alley. I was offended that you said she was not healthy.
You want her to stay unhealthy?
That's not necessarily unhealthy. You may be unhealthy.
Okay, I know you're a dentist and not a doctor.
Right.
We have the highest rates of maternal mortality that black women in our country in this era are 3 times more likely to die in connection with childbirth. I think it's inexcusable.
It certainly shouldn't be that way. And what I really want us to do is just make sure we are talking about it.
We have been fighting for states to expand Medicaid coverage. We need all the states to sign on, and we need to let moms know that they're actually entitled to Medicaid coverage for up to 12 months of postpartum care. And that's one of the things that we need to get the word out.
What do they say? Be the change you want to see. I'm a part of the change that I want to see.
It really is truly about the calling to care for people.
Yes. Sometimes as African-American women, we're a bit more dramatic in that you go to the doctor and you complain and you complain and you complain, and you're not taken serious because you cried wolf the entire pregnancy.
That ain't me, boo. I don't know what you're talking about, but go ahead.
I didn't say you. I just said as African-American women, we want to also make sure you're being serious with your doctor and not playing the game so I can take you off work. Because then we see you 25 times in the pregnancy. It's hard to believe that there's a true problem when there's a true problem.
In this moment, I feel vindicated.
She said this herself, right? And for all y'all elder OBGYN fans out there, you can scroll on because you done drank the Kool-Aid, the tea, the poison, or whatever, and ain't nothing I'm gonna say get you to see the light of day. So you can scroll on. And this is my platform, and I can say what the hell I want because I've actually met the bitch, okay? The old biddy. And I can age shame her all she want because she shamed my motherfucking uterus. Okay? All right.
The thing that we grow up, most of us wanting to do, you can't do. And Buffy, you can relate. You're infertile.
For real? You just told all these people that she infertile.
Buffy, I receive. I apologize. Done with. Let's have dinner.
Jackie! Ooh, that is not the Jackie.
You know it. There's a new girl about to surface.
Whoa!
You just met her. And don't have to worry about me saying much more.
That's fine. I'm disappointed in the way you're reacting.
Don't be. Let that be the last thing you say to me tonight.
That's fine.
First of all, Jackie don't even have no damn regular black clients, allegedly. If you're a rich black woman, you can go to her ass. She don't take no damn Medicaid, no. She don't take, like, the people they're talking about black mortality rates for pregnant women. She don't see them damn people. I bet she didn't tell Candy and the rest of them people you don't need to be called off work during their pregnancy if they came in there with some damn problems. But the ones who ain't got a coin to pay you in cash, they need to prove without a shadow of a doubt that they're in fact in pain. And you a black doctor saying this fucking shit. My Aunt Dee Dee died in childbirth. Her daughter survived. I'm so thankful her dad is gonna let her spend Christmas at my house, at our house this year. January 9th is the day that my aunt died and my little cousin's birthday. And my aunt went to her doctor, who's a black woman, and said she was having headaches and having pains, and she didn't believe my aunt. She didn't believe her. She didn't believe her. And she had gone to the doctor on January 8th, and they sent her home, and her blood pressure was through the roof. The next morning, her husband took her to the emergency room, and my aunt had a stroke. They took the baby, and she died. All because her doctor thought she wasn't really in pain. Stupid shit like the elder OBGYN just said. kills people. It really does. It also puts this burden on Black women that we can't be human, that we have to be sharp as iron and strong as steel all the time, even while bringing life into this world. And that's just not fair. You think if a Black woman doctor thinks that folk that don't look like us don't think that? Now I'm gonna need y'all to get y'all stuff together and get Bravo to get her off. She don't need to be that. Y'all should have had Dr. Simone do that. I don't even mess with Simone, but Simone has an excellent bedside manner. I bet she take Medicaid. I bet she does not put up a fuss when people that look like us say they're in pain while they are bringing life into the world. I bet she don't have no problems with writing a letter to let women call off work so they can sit on bed rest and nurture and bring a Black child into this world.
I'm not even going there. I don't know where she's coming. Shut up.
You don't think you said all this stuff?
Hold on, let Candy talk.
Your ass is on tape saying it.
Yeah, I'm seeing Dr. Jackie all over my For You page in regards to the comments she made about Black women, and I just want to give my 2 cents. I chose Dr. Jackie because, you know, she's in the Atlanta area. She was a Black female doctor, and knowing like the high mortality rate with Black women during childbirth, I wanted to feel protected, so I wanted a Black doctor. But honestly, this was the most traumatic birthing experience I could have possibly thought I would have went through. The day I turned 38 weeks, Dr. Jackie decided to induce me because they thought my baby had a low birth weight, meaning they thought he only weighed like 5 pounds. I went to the hospital that day not knowing that I was going to be spending the next 3 days in labor, in excruciating pain. And not only was it painful for me, it was painful for my child because his heart rate was going up and down, up and down, up and down, with them trying to exhaust every option they could to get him out of me. So when all their methods failed, they ended up telling me that I had to have an emergency C-section because his heart rate had got too low. And y'all, when I tell y'all I was bawling from the moment they told me to the moment they put me on a table, crying, couldn't talk, like I couldn't even open my mouth. After that was all said and done, weighed him, he ended up being 6 pounds, 8 ounces, meaning he didn't have a low birth weight and he could have stayed in me until he was ready to come out. Mind you, in those 3 days, I didn't see Dr. Jackie one time. Not one time did I see her. And I had my baby during COVID, so it was only one person allowed in the delivery room, me and my mom, and I was scared out of my mind, okay? Scared. And then my baby, like now he has like developmental delays, and I don't know if I should associate that with them inducing me because personally, I feel like if they let him cook a little bit longer, he would have been fine. But who am I to say that's correlated? But that's just my story and I'm sticking to it and I will not be going back to her.
Her conference call with VP Harris, they talked about Medicaid patients and how we need to advocate for them. And Jackie agreed with that and gave the impression that that's the community she serves, when in fact,
No.
that's not true.
No, it's not. And I don't think that is the person that we need or want representing that patient population. My sister almost died in childbirth. You know, she dealt with the exact same thing. She said to her doctor, you know, I feel a certain kind of way. I think she may have had toxemia or, you know, and it just, her doctor didn't listen and she almost died. I mean, so we have to listen. I think that it's horrid for her to plant that kind of seed about Black women when we are already fighting so many stereotypes and preconceived notions. But I think it's great that she's telling you what she really thinks. I think it's great that we've seen what she thinks about Black women and Black, you know, and think that we're crying wolf. And I think that we just have to take a step back and when people show you who they are, believe them. So I hate that she's made those comments, but I saw who she was when she compared me to herpes, and she's a OBGYN and treat people with venereal diseases daily, you know. So I was one of the victims of her spewed hate, and people kind of swept it under the rug because it was Dr. Jackie, and we got to stop doing that with people.
It's a lack of intelligence. when you don't sit and process sometimes what I'm trying to say and always make it bad.
And let me say, and it's very condescending sometimes when you don't listen, and you do all women a disservice when you imply that any one of these successful women are being manipulated.
Some of them, like my mama could say, it's nothing worse than the educated fool.
Oh. You have this body language that is such a turnoff. You rolling your neck and your body language and your undertones. That is the one thing that just irks me.
And your way you
about
speak to people,
is
Jackie.
your body
You may not
language
yell.
and that undertone.
But I'm not surprised with any of the things that's going on with the controversy with Jackie, because she's shown that since season 1. We've seen how she treated obese ladies, and we've seen how she's judged a lot of women. I mean, you give her grace because she's Dr. Jackie, but she ain't Jesus. And and she makes mistakes like the rest of us. So I think one of the problems with the show is that we have put her so much on a pedestal. And why? Because because her patients are celebrities.
But look at your hand.
I'm not.
You have an undertone about yourself as well. You may not yell, but you can be very nasty. You just do your shade in a different way than the rest of these ladies.
You're fraud. You're fraud.
No, we got to do better with that. And I think that was a part of my lesson in this journey. Putting people on pedestals. Yes, they're doctors. I wanted to pay homage because of all the work and the sacrifice, but they're still people.